Running away from any problem only increases the distance to the solution. The time to discuss Liberia is now. What are the issues affecting Liberians? How can these issues be solved? Who are the actors? Remember, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. Join the discussion live on LNTV, All Things Considered, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 to 7:50 p.m.
Join your host, Boima J.V. creating the platform for an exclusive dialogue on LNTV.
Good evening, welcome to the program All Things Considered. My name is Boima J.V. This is a platform where definitely you're going to get your cogent information on every issue affecting every single Liberian in our country. Issues in our government and non-governmental institutions that operate within the confines or bailiwick of our country. Before we dwell on the issues that we'll be discussing tonight or introduce our guests for tonight's edition of this program, we'll take a short break or come back. Definitely, you will know who's going to be the guest for tonight's edition. Keep watching.
After we discovered that Abidjale had expired product, we went through the process and the ministry found them 75,000. Now is the preparation for dumping. As you can see, yesterday we pulled 4 trucks out from Abidjale and 2 from 3 stands. So this morning we came to start another process by putting the expired product out. As you can see behind your back, we already put the first truck out. The second truck entered for loading of the expired product. So we have to make sure that we take all the expired product. Like yesterday where we did, we took it, we carried the press to the dumping site and we buried it. Today we taking another products from here. Not only the expired, not only the frozen product, but the direct product also. As we finish from the cold room, we will go upstairs. There are huge warehouse full of expired product comprises of peanut butter and cheese, cornflake, biscuit, rice, all the different items. So when we finish,
that is it. We told you earlier that we'll return. Definitely we will introduce our topic for tonight and our guests for tonight's edition of this program. Welcome back to this edition of the All Things Considered. Definitely tonight is going to be a very wonderful night, and I'm happy that you are with me to share this platform so that you can have a fresh on-hand information about every single thing that you need to know as a citizen and resident of this country. So tonight we'll look at our business environment and critique the role played by the Office of the Inspector General in addressing some of the ills affecting our consumers and the business community at large. So like I told you, the Division of Inspectorate is the largest division within the Bureau of Trade Services and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Staffed with 105 inspectors, the division represents the ministry across the entire country. Since the ascendancy of the CDC-led government to the arm of power, the division has been doing some works in line with her mandate. We've invited a lady who has brought a new meaning to that department to tell us more about her scope of operations. Welcome to our studio, Madam Inspector General.
thank you so much. It's a privilege once again to give me this platform to tell you our scope of operation at the Ministry of Commerce, precisely the Inspectorate Division.
Most of our viewers they've been hearing RG, but really they don't know the beautiful lady, the name of the beautiful lady behind this very hard-working title, Inspector General of Commerce, Republic of Liberia. Do you want to know your name?
I'm Josephine Davies.
What's the meaning of that W? What does it stand for?
It's a traditional name. W stands for Watto.
What's the meaning of Watto?
Watto means my grandmother.
Okay, that's it. So
A means I. It means that is just joined together.
Watto
Watto means grandmother.
Okay, that's
so
good.
This is a traditional name.
So now I can call her Josephine Watto Davies. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, you remain a very active force at the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, now the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, and at the level of national governance. You've proven to be a lady to reckon with. In fact, I can say you are a very persistent woman. I want to know the secret behind this very great tenacity of yours.
Thank you very much. You know, when I was a child coming up, I discovered myself at an early age. I knew that I was not an ordinary female. So everything that I found myself doing, I always do it to the best of my ability. Even in the National Youth League, among men, it's like I was challenged because it was the first opportunity to serve as the vice chair for administration with great young men. So it's like I was challenged. I have to upgrade to that stage. So it also helped me too, because I discovered that there is nothing you put your mind to you cannot do once you are sincere and honest in doing it and have passion. So passion and love drive me to everything that I do. So in the National Youth League, I'm a female but male in disguise. There is nothing a male couldn't do that I will not do.
Wow.
I even inspire females to wear regalia, red beret, boots, the dress in the revolutionary form. So it's like I serve as an inspiration to other young women, because what I found myself doing, I always do it with passion.
Okay, before we go to the main issue, I just want to know more about Madam Davies. You know, these are rare opportunities. When they are given to people, we need to make very serious use of it. I would like to know, in everything we do in life, you know, for instance, I can say I have a role model, you know, and I happen to be working today with that role model as one of my bosses. So I would like to know who actually is that role model that keep giving you the zest to be more of a forceful lady? Because I personally work with you at the level of the youth league, and I understand the kind of a force that you bring to the table. The public don't know you much. They don't know who is actually that individual that you so wholeheartedly admire, that keep saying in your ears, yes, you can make it. Go for it.
I always tell people that my role model is the president,
okay,
of the Republic of Liberia, the 24th president. He inspired me in the sense that here is this man who reached the peak in the world. One, he's very humble. He valued nothing. He encouraged people. He used his story as an inspiration to young people. I was fortunate to work with him at the Capitol building for 3 years. There where I really discovered the president, because you had 30 senators at the House of Senate, but every time our office was jam-packed. He was not too big to talk to anybody. He's a humble person. once you come to that office, regardless your position, your status in society, He willing to listen to you. It's not normal to see somebody who reach his peak in life.
Yeah.
The world, even in hell,
be so down to earth.
in hell, knows Joshua, the name Joshua, to be so humble. He used his story to inspire young people. So when I saw that this president, with all he achieved, and stay humble, it taught me a great lesson. So I use him as a case study. Usually I always tell my friends, I say, there is no Liberian in this country that have ever reached that peak.
Yeah.
Because every part of the world, this name is known there. But when you meet the individual, you know, you don't know people from distance. Then you inspire more and say, this is a humble character. If this person can be humble and have passion for what he do, then what's about me? So I use the president as my role model because he had inspired me a lot. He always tell me, Joseph, anything your hand found to do, do it with the best of your ability, because you never tell when that thing that you're doing will create a bigger platform for you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we'll go straight to the issue for tonight's conversation. The Office of the Inspector General is a very effective office at the Ministry of Commerce. In fact, in line with the Act that created the Ministry of Commerce, when you read the Act, you will get to understand that this department or division is the largest division when it comes to institutions or organizations within that section of government. In fact, some people sometimes describe that department as a backbone for the Ministry of Commerce. I want to know, because you deal with two individuals, one the business community and two the consumers. Kindly tell us your relationship with the business community. How is it like?
You know, when we talk about the job, it's like we go through our TOR and discover that we have a huge task to perform. So like I always tell people, I started going through what I'm supposed to do. Then some of my predecessors came to me and told me that, look, this job is a unique job. So I asked them, do you have a map that I can use to execute my mandate? Because this is a privilege this president giving us as young people. So, and especially when you're new on the stage, nobody know you in government. My first government job was to work in the Capitol building as fine clerk for the president when he was senator. So I knew that I had a task, because the first thing I discovered that the food that we consume is very important to our body, because what goes into our system cannot come out. Either it make you healthy or it destroy your system. So right in that case, I decided to take on the product, especially for the food. I discovered that there were a lot of unwholesome product on the market. I don't know, people was doing business as usual, but it was so like it was something that was nobody had like to nobody could erect checkpoint to say, no, this is not good for consumption. And as my role as Inspector General, I had to tell the business people, look, you cannot give people food that is unwholesome. This place is not a dump site.
How did you go about that? Did you?
So the first thing I did was I discovered that we had 2 inspections. The unannounced inspection is like you take the business people unaware. Because if you tell the businessman, say, look, I come into your store to do inspection, definitely in less than no time they will take that product and transfer it to different warehouse and be selling it secretly. So I went on the market. The first thing I did was to check in the wheat bottles of the auction children. Look at the product, ask them where you take the product from, who are company that importing this product. How can I get some? Because I want to have a birthday celebration. I want some. And some of them will respond to you and tell you, say, oh, go to the other person, go to the other person, go to the other person. They won't bring in the product. And now I discovered that the market was so polluted.
It was flooded with a lot of
unwholesome product.
Okay.
So we started our own announced inspection, because we were supposed to do the first quarterly announced inspection, because we do our inspection in 3 months. The second month in the second month in the 3 months, we do our announced inspection, where we go to the public, get the business people prepare their business registration, their price stacking, the 16 business Liberians supposed to do, the liquor investment code. We announce and tell you, this is why we coming to inspect this.
So these are some of the things that you were doing.
Yes. So we started the unannounced inspection because we discovered that the thing was it was rampant. So we had to put hot to it and tell the business people that there's a new sheriff in town, His Excellency President George Manuel, and this government is very sensitive to the people's plight. So we must create an environment between the business people and the consumer. The business people must be able to bring product on the market that is okay for consumption for the consumer. That's how we went about.
In all of these things we do, sometimes we're faced with challenges. I would like you to kindly share some of your challenges that you're currently experiencing with regards to the implementation of your mandate in line with the law that created your section under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
Yes, we have challenges because you know this government inherited a broke economy, and by right we also have inspector in the entire counties. We are limited when it comes to manpower. We are limited when it comes to logistics. Just imagine, and Nima County has 28 border points. We only cover 2 borders. We have coordinators and inspectors in the various places, but they need logistics, because we also make sure that goods are not smuggled from our sister countries illegally into our country, because every goods that come into the country, we must have information to know that this good is of standard, it's not expired, it's not unwholesome for consumption.
Got to meet the best standard for our country.
Yes, we need logistics. Hopefully, by the grace of God, the government were able to give us 3 cars. So the urban and the rural inspector general will receive the cars. The government already turned the car over to the Ministry of Commerce. We need motorbike. Gradually, we are getting there because we inherited a broke economy, and also to the salary of the inspectors is discouraging. But this government is very sensitive. That's why the president said that Liberians will not be spectators in their own home, and he also referred that to Civil 7. So gradually we are getting there.
Someone listening to you will begin to express fear about the revelation that you've just made, more especially when it comes to the issue of salary. What motivation are you giving to your inspectors so that when they go out there, they can know that they are serving Liberia?
You know, they say leader lead by example. This president and the minister we have to Commerce Ministry are very robust. So the president clearly stated that every appointee must deliver. So once we prepare our announced inspection or our unannounced, I always motivate my comrades, because I come from a background where we encourage people to do what is right. I tell them that despite the fact that we inherited a broke economy, but notwithstanding, you are helping the Liberian people, you are saving life. You are the first point of contact to products that come into this country. You have your brothers and sisters in the urban area and the rural area. So if you just compromise and allow just one thing to flood the market, you know how many lives you will be damaging? It will even come to your door more, because you have wife, You have family that go in the market to purchase. They bring that same thing into your pot to eat. So the salary is not much, but it's better for you to do something that tomorrow prosperity can judge you than just get it today. At the end of the day, you need no cool, like I say. And most of the time they are inspired, because I always tell them, anything you do, that God will pay you.
Okay, this is the All Things Considered television conversation. Tonight appearing is the Inspector General of Commerce, Madam Josephine Davies, A.W. Davies, the very gallant woman who takes no nonsense in the implementation of her responsibilities or duties at the Ministry of Commerce, are consistent with the inspection mandate given in the General Business Law and the Act creating the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The Division of Inspectorate is responsible to, among other things, ensure that business operating within the commerce of Liberia are registered. You are to also verify if business registration certificates are conspicuously displayed as required. You are to also collect samples for essential commodities. How effective is your department carrying on this mandate?
Like the unannounced inspection, when we took over, we discovered that a lot of businesses on the commerce were not registered. So we fast track it, and when we launched the announced inspection, we discovered that a lot of business was not registered. So what we did was, because you can't be doing business 4 or 5 years, you're not registered. Our responsibility is to make sure that your business is registered. You price tag. Every goods that you selling must have a price on it. Because you know it will not be okay that when customer walk into your store, you selling this for $100, but the price is not there, then you carry it to $150. Is criminality. You can't do that. It's crime in the business law. So if the phone is $100, you must put the price tag on it for $100. You should put $100 price tag on it. Our responsibility also to make sure that the 16 businesses Liberia is restricted to do, we enforce that law. And the investment, we talk about the investment code, the 16 businesses Liberians supposed to do. So when we took over the unannounced inspection, we discovered that there are a lot of people that breach. So we were able to generate 62,800.
Okay, we'll come to that quarterly report. Yeah. I want you to kindly say, we are also supposed to collect price samples for essential commodities. 81 of those commodities.
Yeah.
And we are also to conduct an investigation, scientific investigation. Your department is, for instance, if somebody bring a product that is supposed to be consumed by our people, you should have a lab to be able to determine whether that product meet the standard for Liberians' consumption. Our greater challenge is that our lab is not up to the international standard. Now we still do testing. The lab to also help us, because by right in a developed country and developing country, once the food come to the national port or when the food come to the port, you take sample of this commodity, carry it to the laboratory to see what is of standard, mean its quality, is eatable, is okay for the people to consume. So you take sample of this product, by every business person that import the goods, carry it to test on it and make sure it's of standard. Once it reach the standard, and you give them the result and tell them you can go about putting your product on the market. Our lab is not ready up to standard. That's what I said. This person is very sensitive, because the first thing we trying to tackle is the laboratory, because it will not only help us to even to do testing of products, it also is another way by government generating revenue,
Because, like for example, if Boima J.V. Boima want to export oil out of Liberia, you go to the Commerce Ministry lab. You do the testing of that oil to see the quality of the oil before you leave. You know that Liberia is not exporting food out. We got good products to export because we don't have the lab to test our products, so we only do export around with our neighboring country. We don't go beyond the scope. So once we have that laboratory lab, it will help us to export goods out. It also another way of government generating government revenue. But now we're standing, we can still test some product on the market, like the plastic fish. That was discovered on the market. We carry the plastic fish. We discover that it had in it.
Wow.
Yeah, so we can do testing of product, but to the international standard. So when we test the product, if we confirm that it's okay, we send it also to Ghana to make sure, because Ghana has a standard lab. So we are working on that to make sure in 1 or 2 years time that our lab will be up to date. So it also easy in the breeding too. And also we also have inspectors in the port, and we have coordinator there. Once the goods come, the inspectors go with that goods to the warehouse, make sure not only to just make sure that the goods is in the warehouse, but to make sure if the goods have short date, because some people can be brave to import goods into the country. It only has 6 months.
For instance, you import the goods into Liberia in May that is supposed to expire, or let me say in July, but that good is supposed to expire in December.
We follow up. That's why we got inspectors. So what they do is that every product that comes from that container, they make sure they look at the date of the product, take record of it, submit it to my office. Then we start taking the product. The few days we are going on doing inspection in cold room to make sure, because some of the product has short date, so we have to follow up on it to make sure whether they are getting rid of the product by selling it, or they still have huge quantity. And when we discover that you have huge quantity, then we tell you, like the Heineken. You know that Heineken was cheap on the market because we discovered that there were 2 months that Heineken was supposed to be expired in May and April. So we were able to do due diligence to the Liberian people. We went to the company and tell the company, look, you have 2 more months for your product to be expired, so you either get rid of it now, either drop the price, or we don't know how you will do it, but you have to get rid of the product, because once it get into the expired date, we will come for it. So
okay, that is it. All things considered, like I told you, this is indeed a platform where you get everything that you want. Here we give you the information, the cogent information that you've yearned for over the last years. As we continue tonight with tonight's edition of this program, we'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll have more conversation on the topic under discussion tonight. Keep watching.
Some nights I can't sleep.
Running away from any problem only increases the distance to the solution. The time to discuss Liberia is now. What are the issues affecting Liberians? How can these issues be solved? Who are the actors? Remember, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. Join the discussion live on LNTV. All Things Considered, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 to 7:50 p.m.
Join your host, Boima J.V. Boima, creating the platform for an exclusive dialogue on LNTV.
Welcome back. This is the All Things Considered, and we're here in studio with Madam Josephine Davies, the Inspector General of Commerce, Republic of Liberia. She is telling us more about her work challenges and how she has been conquering those challenges over the last 6 months since the ascendancy of the CDC-led government and her subsequent appointment to that position. So we go straight to the issues again. In line, you just released your first quarterly report. You gave some detailed explanation in that report, revenue that you were able to earn for the government, or revenue that you were able to raise for the government in terms of making announced inspection and that of the unannounced inspection. I think I know because I've read the report, but my viewers don't know, and we promise to give them cogent information. Can you please share that report with our viewers so that they too can be part of this? We call it the G's tonight.
Okay, like our unannounced inspection, we generated the amount of 62,800 United States dollar from March to April from the unannounced inspection. The first page.
Okay.
It's first.
Okay.
From March to April. Then from March to April in Auburn. Then rural in Auburn, we were able to generate $1 million Liberian dollar, $227,971 plus 69,350 US dollar from the unannounced from the announced inspection. So the unannounced inspection we generated 62,800 United States dollar. So the unannounced inspection, it comprises of both urban and rural, because we do inspection in the entire counties, the 15 counties. So the overall was 69,350 US dollar, and Liberian dollar was $1,227,971. And also too, in our report here, you will see the second page, businesses that were found during the unannounced inspection. The amount is summoned to. You have the businesses that were found.
Could you mind knowing some of these businesses so that the people can also be aware about?
Like the Abijadi was found 35,000.
Okay, and they paid, right?
Yes, was for
anybody that paid will get correct.
Expire product. Then Fuani was found violating the competition law section 1.5. Yeah.
What does that mean? Explain to us.
In a sense that you buy this product, and the first thing you're supposed to, the business people have to take into consideration that we prepare your IPD. You bring your invoices, the amount you're supposed to purchase that goods for is the invoices you bring. We prepare it and create your IPD. We give it to you. So if you go and buy an air carton, we'll know the price you're buying the air carton for.
Okay. So
the first thing we do is that we take the prices to the price analysis. We have a department
for that.
There are technicians. Like sometimes when I go on inspection, like funny, when I went on inspection, I discovered that he had the air press. So the first thing I did was to get his IPD. So when I got the IPD, I carried it to the price analysis. I said, look, the air carton cannot be $75. The whole carton. Then the cut is 1,000 some more dollars. You know, I have kids. I prepare food for them. So most of the time I'm in the market. So once I know onion is the hacking of onion press, the price of onion is hacked, then I know who importing onion. I know all the companies.
So you know there's a problem.
Yeah, I know all the companies, because the first thing I go into your warehouses, I know you have onion, or if your onion finish, I send for your IPD. So once the IPD in, it tells me that you got onion in the country and when you brought that onion. So if 5 companies get onion and the price of onion press on the market is high, then something wrong. Somebody hacking the price.
I know we're discussing this report. We're not trying to bore our viewers, but you know, the guy one thing in our normal vernacular that I talk, Lord bring talk. Okay. Talking about the report, you just threw some little light on the onion issue. I can say a few weeks back, there was this rumor in Monrovia that in fact there was a scarcity of onion on our local market, and it created some level of panic, to the extent, to tell you my personal experience, I had to leave my house as early as 7 o'clock in the morning because I love eating onion. I ran to the supermarket where I went and purchased a huge quantity, and you know, I came in a community, I even shared some with some of my immediate neighbors. I said, oh, they say the onion too scarce on the market, so let's share the other little one that I bought today. I want you to tell me, how was the Commerce Ministry able to tackle that situation? That's just a little bit escape from this report. We'll come back to the report.
The first thing you take into consideration, the Inspector General has no limit and work in any company at any time. Okay. Because I have authorization order. So most of the time, I don't like things to take me by surprise. So I make sure I go to the rest company, see the kind of what are the rebaking. You got inspectors, commerce inspectors at the various warehouses. So usually I walk on them to see. Sometimes I go to the importer that importing onion, the small things, to see what you get in stock. So when I heard the news that onion was expensive on the market, I said, wow, we just left one company that have huge quantity of onion. So what is going on? And then I go discover that you have 4 companies that brought onion. So why onion price? Onion will just wake up soon in the morning, the price of onion go up on the market. And we went to them and tell them, look, you have supply. This is what you have in your warehouse. So we don't need to instruct you to do what you're supposed to do, because you know fair business practice is good. Because today or tomorrow when you get in problem, maybe government can say, okay, this person was doing good business, so we will be able to assist the person at least, if now 100%, but at least 25%, maybe waive some taxes. So usually I tell the business people, I say it's better you do good business practice, because today or tomorrow anything can happen. Government will say, okay, this person been here, they been doing good business with the Liberian people. So since this problem occur, let's give this person tax waiver at least so they can come back on their feet, because you have been a good business person and you've been doing good business practice. So that's how we were able to cut the shortage of onion on the market. So like the competition law says you must be willing to compete in the market. You can't hack the price of commodity once some money will just wake up. So when I discovered that the egg price was high on the market, and I started going from the company to the company. You know, the Liberian market is so small that you're able to monitor. You got 5 rest importers. You got one major company that imports frozen food into this country. So once you get them under your microscope, our market is not huge, where in the case that in the market you get 50 rest importers. You get 50 rest, you get 50 frozen food, frozen product company that import frozen food. We just get one. The other small companies we able to manage, but the first person you can attack is the major importer in the market. We got a major importer, which is FFS. They are the major frozen food. You have 5 rest importer. We give RPD, the Commerce Ministry give RPD to Liberians to import rest. We're waiting to see whether the rest will come. So for the 5 rest importer, the right to the National Port Authority, is just easy in 2 weeks time for me to cover their warehouses to see whether they have spore rice, they have the swept rice, to see whether they have the wet rice. So it's easy. So once you get the people under your microscope, and also, you know, no businessman want you to expose their every day. One secret that one thing that the business people hate is for you to put them on camera, because they know that they lost their integrity, they lost their business, they lost their customer. So for the fact that this government were resolved in telling, the government is resolved to deliver to the Liberian people, and this government is very sensitive to the Liberian people plight. So definitely there is no influence to say, okay, the president will get untouchable and touchable. No.
Okay.
Everybody, once you're doing business under the commerce, if you're not abide the law, you are touchable.
Okay.
In fact, the president even asks me every time, Josephine, so at least my hospital bill. You know, this president send poor people to hospital, and you know our health sector is challenged. Ebola exposed our health sector. So if this president will inherit a broke economy and you add too much liability on this president, then where are we going?
Yeah.
So we are resolved because the president need result. He always say anybody that I appoint you not produce result, then definitely the player on the bench, you get people still jogging the bench fault. So everybody want result because the president love result. So that's how we were able to find this company, 25,000, they pay cash. And the Junko Water, this is our own Liberian company too. Okay. They were found $300 because their warehouse was not conducive. Okay. No ventilation. The product was the product is not expired in the warehouse, but it's damaged because they're not handling it. Yes, our responsibility to make sure that your warehouse is clean. Your whole house is the standard. Yes, because that food people consume. And also we found a 3-star business center. It was the company that were restemming had those expired products. We asked they pay 5,000, Scooty pay 2,000, and raw food pay 5,000. Then when you go to the back of this report, our business that we found doing the announced inspection, there are so many, but we're the first report, first 17 businesses that we found. Then you come to the back of this. This is one of the places that easy my job.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say something here. You know, I can see, you know, this is why initially during the commencement of this show tonight, I describe you as a very persistent lady because you are one go-getter. When you say you want to get something, you get it. Today, your work is gaining some little dividend. You know, I want you. How did you arrive at this situation where the supermarket, instead of they waiting for you to approach, now they are coming to you saying, "Oh, we got expired goods in our market. We got expired goods in our shop." So tell us, share that story with our people. Let them understand and know what actually led to all of this.
Like somebody went to my office today and said, "Oh, the people say they call you to slow down." I said, "Come on, man. If you are a good instructor, a good teacher, the first thing you will do is to tell the students that there's a new sheriff in town that can take mess. And once the students see you chastise one of the clever students in the class, all the other students will fall in line." So we took over. This government is very resolved, like I said, to deliver to the Liberian people because this government is sensitive to the Liberian people plight. So there was no influence. We are doing our job like we are doing our job. So if you catch the major importers and were able to discipline them, you see all the small companies then will say, "But we're not, they be our big brother." Then what's about us?
Like you go in the farm,
in the house,
the lion.
The older brother then misbehaving, and the parents were able to put the older brother under restriction. All the small brother then will fall in line.
Yeah.
So once they see that the older brother is being chastised, they know that no. This thing is not joking thing. It's serious. Like I said, no businessman want you to put it on video.
Yeah. So
definitely you will see them coming, and once they come to give us and listing of product that lost the date, we go there and do the inspection on the warehouses, make sure what they're giving us is truth. Then when we discover that okay, what you say is expired in your warehouse is truth, then we call the various land agency like Justice Ministry responsible for protection, EPA responsible for the environment, NCC responsible for the dump site. They got the excavator and the trucks that we use because the excavator will dig the hole and dump the product, cover it so it can come back on the market. Then We have health ministry also too. So the land agency.
Are you people also raising some money from this exercise?
Yeah, MCC, because MCC is limited when it comes to logistics. So usually most of the time MCC go and rent trucks, rent the excavator, because the business may have to pay for that product for it to be carried to the dump site. So once they pay MCC, MCC go bring the logistic for us to put the product inside and carry to the dump site. So definitely they are generating money, but most of the money go to renting of the truck, because you know MCC is limited when it comes to logistics too. So these are the businesses that over the period.
For the sake of time, can you just summarize it quick so that people,
okay, like the Fuani Brothers Incorporated, Mukash Shopping Center, Supply West Africa Trading, SWAT Jungle Water, Futa Corporation, Shakshu, Chitro and Son Monobricks, Max Land, Abijari, Era Supermarket,
so everybody falling in line.
Fresh Fruits and Food. We also have a communication in right on my decks. Tomorrow we are carrying a land agency to go see the product. We have almost a continuum food of mixed vegetable that have some problem, and Era was honest to send a communication to us. We went there and saw the product, so we're supposed to carry the land ministry there, and it's huge quantity. They were able to recall the product back from the market into the warehouse. We helped them to carry on that process. So you see, once you going about the business people going about communicating, because we tell them it's good for you to report, then we can't announce inspection, somebody gave us information.
Okay, so thank you very much. It's been a very fruitful conversation here tonight. This is the All Things Considered, and I'm playing host to Madam Josephine Davies, the Inspector General of Commerce, Republic of Liberia. Any final comment for our viewers?
I just want to tell the Liberian people thank you. It was because of your tireless effort. Keep calling us, keep anything, because I can tell people that this job is resting on the shoulder of every Liberian, because everyone all we are consumer. We go to the market to buy. So when you see something there, if somebody say rest to you $15, call the inspector. Rice is $13.50. Hopefully we will be coming out with the price listing.
So rice is now $13.50.
Once it's in US dollars, it's $13.50. So if you pay $15, maybe then you have plenty of money to give to that person that's selling the rice. So we want to encourage you, keep calling us when you see stuff is not okay. My office is open. You can call us. We will arrest the situation. Thank you for a good job, because it was your information that helped us to reach this far. Now the business people have governed themselves and doing what they're supposed to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for coming here tonight to join us. That's the voice of Madam Josephine Davies, a very illustrious lady. You know, I call her the female pusher among the many women out there in the Revolutionary League, Youth League of the CDC. So tonight, this is how we would like to close the curtains on this edition of the All Things Considered television conversation here. You know, it's been so wonderful being with you. I remain your humble servant, your humble host, Boima J.V. Boima. Thank you very much for viewing. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Hello, is this Liberia?
Yes, this is Liberia.
Who is the president for all Liberians?
George Money. This is Julian, no shaking man.
Suspect on the